This is Love Your Story.
Having the mentors that I had through university, ultimately...
I was always involved in the arts from when I was really, really little, and it was always really clear
This
to
is
me
my
that
first time being in the UK. It has been a great experience.
Everyone's journey is unique. Every story is worth celebrating. Our experiences, our choices, the people we meet along the way, twists and turns and unexpected detours shape us into who we are and who we become. In this podcast series, we're exploring the many different stories that are created at the University of Cumbria. The personal journeys from all walks of life, the obstacles overcome, and the goals for the future. In this episode, we find out what it's like to go to university and retrain for a new career. How does it feel to be a mature student in university? What's the experience like to return to study after a while, or to leave a career and try university for the first time? Kerry Burns is studying primary and early years education at the University of Cumbria. This is her story.
Initially, I worked as a journalist for the BBC. I left school at 19 and I did an apprenticeship scheme, so I'd never been to university before. I worked as a journalist for 6 years and then decided that it didn't really suit me anymore. It wasn't fulfilling me, and that I wanted to do something that would allow me to actually make a real difference to people's lives. And the University of Cumbria really offered an excellent degree academically. It gave me my qualified teacher status so I could launch straight into my career afterwards. But also it gave me the Lake District, it gave me Cumbria, it gave me access to Scotland, and that really nice mix of uni lifestyle with that rural twist that I was really excited about. The thing that I enjoyed the most about my studies was actually getting to go out of university and to go on placement and be in schools in the local community and take what I'd been learning in lectures and all of this theory that I'd been gaining and see how that actually applied in the real world. The teaching staff at the university have been amazing. I was really nervous when I started, and the staff were nothing but helpful. They were always willing to give you 5 minutes at the end of a lecture if you just needed to ask. You've got a lot of academic stuff to keep up with, as well as the pressures that come with going into schools and actually doing the teaching. So it was a big obstacle making sure that I was succeeding at both. I think the moment when everything fell into place for me was during my final placement. It was a big long stint. I was in an amazing primary school and I had a pupil come up to me and she said, "Oh, Miss Burns, I really like it when you teach us maths because you make it really simple." I make no pretence that maths is my favourite subject. It's actually probably the subject that I struggle with the most. So to have a student come up to me, a pupil, and say, "You've actually made that really easy for me to understand," that was when it all clicked into place. The things that I'm doing at uni, they're making me a better teacher, and that genuinely is going to impact actual children. Placement has been an amazing experience, an amazing part of my time at the university. I think this course is unique in that it really does feel at times like you've got that 50-50 balance of in-university lectures and actual hands-on in-school opportunities. I loved every single second of it. It was busy, it was stressful at times, but getting to actually be in school, in the field that I want to go into, it was just really confirming that this is what I want to do.
Every story is unique, and Kerry's story shows how there are many different routes into university, and it's an experience that has something to offer everyone. In our next story, we hear how a passion for a subject can lead you back to university, and what the university experience and the academic work is like for those working towards a new career. Ian Williams is currently studying criminology at the University of Cumbria. This is his story.
I chose to study criminology at Cumbria because in a previous life I was a nurse within the prison system, and we saw the detention, release and rehabilitation of people who have been sent to prison, and I wanted to find out more about the criminal justice system that actually puts people within the prison system itself. I found the course, some of it's difficult, some of it's quite easy. It's very enjoyable, and we seem to be studying a lot of what I initially thought we would be studying. If you're interested in what you're studying, it becomes not easier, but more enjoyable. My favourite module to study so far is Crimes of the Powerful. It involves high finance crime, fraud, banking crime, white-collar crime that it could be considered. There's a quote from a previous director of the FBI in America that said, "If you rob a bank with a shotgun, you get life in prison. If you rob a bank with a pen, you get 3 years minimum security." Criminology matters to me in the fact that without studying criminology and working within criminology, it won't evolve and become more, for want of a better phrase, user-friendly. The criminal system needs to evolve as society evolves. I'd say it comes to the University of Cumbria, the campus is fantastic, the library and learning facilities are fantastic, the class sizes are excellent, and the lecturers have got plenty of time to assist you with dissertations and lecture essays. I intend to stay on with a bit of luck at the University of Cumbria and study for my Masters.
This is Love Your Story from the University of Cumbria, a podcast of unique and personal stories from past and present students. You can find out more about these stories, the university experience, and all the different routes into higher education on the University of Cumbria website, or just search for the hashtag #LoveYourStory. In the next episode, we look at life after university. Once you've finished your studies, what does a degree do for your career? What does it help you achieve in the future, and was it worth it? Download and listen when you can, and whatever stage you're at, love your story and embrace the journey.